Hi, my name is Michael, or you can call me mbldesigns, and today I am going to give my analysis on the new Series 12 minifigures. And this is a really exciting series because we have some really cool minifigures in this lineup. But I will talk about all of the figures by themselves and yeah, give my thoughts on them before they are released. So here are my thoughts on the minifigures. And first out we have the Wizard, which is a really cool minifigure. One thing that I started thinking about when I saw this figure was the hat. That really reminds me of the Disney version of the Wizard or the Sorcerer's Apprentice. So that is really cool, and I think people will use some of these pieces to make custom minifigures, but anyway, this figure looks really cool. You have the staff with the blue diamond on the top. Then, as I said, the hat is really cool, and then the cape, which is two parts that we have seen before. Not too sure if we have seen them in purple. I think we have on the Toy Story minifigure Zurg, but not too sure about that. But we also get the slow piece that is usually used for robes and dresses, so that's kind of cool. Some people don't like it when Lego uses bricks for minifigures, but I kind of like it, so this figure looks really cool, and I think this figure would work perfectly beside Vitruvius from the Lego movie. But yeah, let's take a look at some of the other figures. And here we have the video game guy, which is probably one of my favorites from this series. And you can see that he has the almost Game Boy looking console in his hand, then the Player One shirt, and also on his pants you can see some details, and it looks like a USB member thingy. I don't remember what they are called, but a USB. So that's kind of cool. I have some thoughts for those legs actually, but um, then we also have the headphone hairpiece, but now in a brown color, and the headphones are in black. So that's new for this figure, a new headpiece, and also the first minifigure, which is not from the Simpson line, that has the molded arms, and now we have them in black and gray, and this is amazing because I have wanted something like this, and the best thing is you can just change out the arms and have skin colored arm instead, because I have a perfect idea with those arms for my future sig fig, so that's really great. And yeah, that is all I have to say about this minifigure, but I will continue giving my thoughts on the rest of them. So here I go. And here we have the swashbuckler, which is not that special of a minifigure, because most of the parts with this one we have seen before. I'm not too sure if it is a new hat or not. It looks kind of familiar, but maybe it's a new mold, don't know. But we have seen the sword before, but I don't think we have seen it in gold, so that's kind of cool. But some cool face printing on him, and a ripped up or shirt on his torso, and yes, some plain legs it looks like. But yeah, a cool minifigure nonetheless. Nothing much to really talk about. So yeah, let's take a look at another figure. And here we have the spooky girl, and yeah, I don't really know what to say about this figure. It looks cool with the black and white look of it, but Yeah, it's nothing too special. No colors that really say something. But yeah, you guys probably know what I mean. But it's cool nonetheless. We get this fabric skirt piece. Some people don't like them. I kind of like them because it gives the figure more. Uh, 3D effect when they have those, so that's kind of cool in my opinion. A new hairpiece it looks like, or I'm just outdated on the hairpieces for female minifigure, or yeah. A new version of the teddy bear with the black and white lines, and yeah, you can see a spider on in one of the pockets on the jacket that the girl has, and yeah, a pretty plain minifigure in my opinion, and yeah, nothing too special. But let's take a look at some of the other figures. And here we have the Space Miner, which when the list of the minifigures came out, I was kind of wondering what this figure was going to look like, and I actually like how this figure looks like, and don't really know why they actually made a space miner. There's a lot of different characters that you could made. Same with the spooky girl. Some city characters would be perfect, but yeah, what do you do? But for the first time, we get the armor piece in dark bluish gray without any printing, because we have got it in that color but with printing on the side things, but now without printing, which is really cool. A new head piece for, yeah, the helmet, because I haven't seen that before. Then also a new color for the gun, which actually uses the unicorn horn to actually make the drill, which was kind of cool idea actually. Then some cool leg printing. We can't really see the torso printing because the ammo or the armor is in the way, but when the figure is released, we will probably see more about the torso and also the head, because we only see that he has some type of headset on him and some stubborns or something like that. But looks kind of cool actually. Got some dark tan arms also. So really cool in my opinion. Did not think that in the first place. But let's take a look at some of the other figures. And here we have the Rockstar, which is one of the most detailed minifigure in the series. He got printing on the hairpiece, which is the punk girl from I don't remember the series, but now we have it in black, but also with printing, and it's the bolts in chrome, so that's really cool. We got torso printing, arm printing, hopefully on both arms. We got some really cool printing on the new guitar, or yeah, it's a new guitar because we have got the Y guitar before and now it's this version, and also leg printing. So this is really cool. I really hope for some cool back printing, maybe a band name or something like that. That would be cool. But we'll have to wait and see when the figure is released. So yeah, really cool figure, and actually a cool face on the minifigure also. So that's really cool in my opinion. But let's take looks at some of the other figures. And here we have the prospector, and he's kind of cool, but doesn't have that a lot of printing. He got printing on one of the legs, on the belt piece, and on the torso, then on the hat, which looks like a new hat. Don't know for sure, but yeah, new printed face, which is actually, in my opinion, one of the best things about this figure. He got the gold teeth also, which is really cool. and no new accessories, just um, what's called um, yeah, the word for it just disappeared, but yeah, axe, or yeah, don't know if just that specific utensil has a specific name, but anyway, and he also have the beard from the robot from the Lego Movie series, but now in gray, which is kind of cool, I guess. Don't really like it because it doesn't look like a real beard to me. So yeah, but let's take a look at some of the other figures. And here we have the pizza delivery guy, which is my favorite figure of this series for multiple reasons. This figure made me decide that I want to do a pizzeria. I have kind of thought about doing one for a while, but haven't been that interested at doing it. But now when we have the pizza box and a new designed pizza, I just have to do it, and also just the pizza delivery guy, because you can just swap the head and put on another headpiece, and it's just a totally new employee. So that works out really good, and for the price of these minifigures, that is a great deal. And also, I don't usually use my yellow heads that I have in my collection, and this would be opportunity for me to use them. So really love this figure. And yeah, he has the a new torso printing, no printing on the legs, and he has the molded arms from the Simpson line, but now with green and yellow. And he got the new printed pizza and the pizza box, which is really cool, and the printed cap, which is really cool. And one thing that I thought of doing was taking the pizza box and actually using that for a sign for the actual pizza shop or pizzeria, which could actually work out pretty good in my opinion. So please tell me in comments what you think about me making a pizzeria. I think that would be kind of cool, and I am totally going to do it with the white, green, and red color scheme. So yeah, but let's take a look at some of the other minifigures. And here we have the piggy suit or pig suit guy. And this is a really cool figure, and this is the newest entry to the people in animal costumes, which is a theme that I have really loved inside of the Lego collectible minifigures, and this is so fun to actually have a new one. It was a while ago since we got one. If I remember right, it was the chicken from one of the previous series, but it was a while ago, so really nice to have a new member to the costume party. So yeah, and he is equipped with an apple, just a normal green apple that we have seen before, a new molded headpiece, which is the pig head, and a new printed face, kind of innocent looking, a new or torso printing, which is mostly just lines. I really hope that they make the curved tail on the, or the curly tail or whatever it's called, on the back of the torso. That would be really cool. Then also some toe printing on the legs. So really cool figure. Can't wait to have him in my costume collection, because I have all of the costume characters except this one, and that's because it has not been released yet. But can't wait for this figure, and yeah, let's have a look at some of the other figures. And here we have the lifeguard, and when I heard that they were going to make another lifeguard, I was hoping it being a male, but yeah, don't really see why they did it, or yeah, I actually did, because if you don't know, they usually make like a female version then a male version. For example, the surfer dude, then we got the surfer girl, and yeah, that type of thing. And yeah, after a while that gets kind of boring, but I kind of understand why they are doing it. So yeah, let's have a look at some of the other figures. Sorry, I completely forgot to just, talk about the actual figure. This figure is equipped with the life saver thing. Don't know the official name for it. That we haven't seen in a while. We only got it with the female lifeguard. Then we have the red binoculars. The brown hair. The head printing is new, the torso printing looks new, and some belt and leg printing which is also new. And yeah, that's basically it for this minifigure. Let's have a look at some of the other figures. And here we have the Jester, which I really love because of one reason, and that is the cards, especially the Joker card, because we haven't got a Joker card since the original Batman theme, and that is a while ago. So for all of those DC fans, or mostly Batman fans, you can add that card to your Joker minifigure or whatever you want, and you can use the ace for maybe a custom Gambit figure or whatever you want. So, really like the cards with this figure. Then, yeah, this figure is equipped with the Jester headpiece, which we have seen before, but not in these colors. A new face printing, new torso printing, and no leg printing. Just different colors on the belt and legs, and same with the arms. So, yeah, that's basically it for this minifigure. Let's have a look at some of the other figures. And here we have the Hun Warrior, which is kind of a cool figure in my opinion. Did not expect Lego to do this, but yeah. This figure is equipped with a really cool headpiece with the detachable horn pieces, so that's kind of cool. A new printed face, a new cape. It looks like don't know that for sure. And new torso printing and leg printing and belt printing. A new printed shield, which I really adore because yeah, just really looks cool. The basic long sword that we've seen with Lord of the Rings and different collectible minifigures. So yeah, this figure is very self-explanatory, so won't go into much more detail. So let's have a look at some of the other figures. And here we have the genie, or female genie, because uh, as I said with the lifeguard, this is another female and male version. So, and for some reason, this genie is the basic Lego skin color, which is yellow. So, that's kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, nice torso printing. It has the molded arms with the lighter blue color and yellow. Got the genie lamp, a cool or pretty nice face printing, a new headpiece it looks like, and the genie bottom piece with some printing on it. So Yeah, and this is another pretty self-explanatory figure because you see most of the things on the actual figure. The only thing that we don't really know is if the hair is new or not. It kind of looks like the hairpiece we got with Padme Amidala in the Republic gunship, but at the same time it doesn't for some reason, in my opinion. But yeah, let's have a look at some of the other figures. And here we have the fairytale princess, which they basically named that because they did not want to be sued by anyone, because this is basically Princess and the Frog. And they made the same thing with Grandma Vister, which is, yeah, Little Red Riding Hood. So yeah, but nonetheless, this figure looks really cool. Actually, has a new hair and headpiece with the hat and hair attached. Some cool torso printing and the slow piece as a dress. Some lighter arms, which is kind of cool, I guess, and the normal Lego frog. So yeah, another pretty self-explanatory minifigure. So yeah, let's have a look at some of the other figures. And here we have the Dino Hunter, which is kind of a cool minifigure actually. She is equipped with the compound bow, which we have only seen with the Archer from the Olympic series and Hawkeye from the Avengers set. So really cool that we get this as a cheaper way. Yeah, those in the UK could get the Archer, but those who did not live in the UK can now finally get the compound bow with a collectible minifigure. And now we have the hair piece, which looks like the same one that the genie has. And I will talk a bit more about the hair piece in a second. But we also have the molded arms now with brown and yellow, so that's really cool. Um, so yeah, some belt printing and some nice torso printing. So yeah, and now I will talk a bit more about the hairpiece. Here is a picture from the advertisement for the new minifigure online game, and here we can see the Dino Hunter with the hairpiece, and you can see that the hairpiece is actually a long hairpiece. So I think this is the same hairpiece as the genie, and this also makes it a new headpiece, what I know. So that's really cool in my opinion. That we both get a new hairpiece and at the same time in two different colors. So that's really cool. And yeah, let's have a look at some of the other figures. And if I remember right, it's the last figure. So yeah. And yeah, this was the last minifigure in the series, and this is the Battle Goddess, which is kind of cool minifigure. Uh, I'm not that interested in it, just some parts of it. We have a new headpiece, which is the helmet and hair in one piece. Then we have the white piece on top that we have got before with the Roman soldier, I think. Then the spear that we have got before. A new printed shield, which looks really cool. Some cool torso printing and a pretty good face. Then we also have the fabric skirt piece, but in this time it's in a specific shape, which kind of looks cool in my opinion. But yeah, some people, as I have said before, some people don't like when Lego uses this fabric what's called skirt. So yeah. That is basically all there is about this minifigure, and yeah, also there is some toe printing also. I totally forgot that. So yeah, I will just now do my sum this video up, and then I will end this video. So yeah, let's go to that. So now when you have heard my thoughts of the figures individual, and I know that I pronounced that word wrong, but yeah. Um, what do I think about this series as a whole? And in my opinions, this is probably one of the better collectible minifigure series, mostly because some of you know that one thing that I try to see in the collectible minifigure series is that Lego really uses their good printing and just uses it as good as possible. And in this series, I can personally say that they have used their printing and molding also really good. Some of my favorite things are not new molds, but for example, the guitar is a new mold, which I really love, and the probably the new hairpiece for the Dino Hunter and the Genie is kind of cool. But my most favorite thing with this series is the different printed tiles, from the pizza box and the pizza to the Game Boy to the playing cards with the gesture, and just that stuff really I really love them. And also the shield for the Hun warrior and the battle goddess, that is just really cool to get those printed things. And yeah, if you know me, I love printed utensils or tiles, mostly tiles. And yeah, and a lot of Lego fans actually do. And this is something that not many people know, but if I had to only collect one Lego theme, I would probably collect only the collectible minifigures, because they never disappoint me. Some of the Star Wars sets recently have disappointed me, some of the Marvel sets has disappointed me, but never the collectible minifigures. So yeah, I am now going to end my analysis video. If you have stayed this long, please tell me in the comments, and write stay along this time, I don't know. But yeah, just write something, just telling me that you watched the whole thing. But please rate, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. And see you next time, guys. Thank you for watching.